Detected. The control point in proximity.
Right now I'm heading to a mission. If you look at the top right of my screen, you'll see I need to take over 3 control points for the Manhunt. So I'm on my way to take over my 2nd control point.
Support station ready.
Which is why I'm not stopping to fight anybody else unless they like are truly in my way.
But I say there's nothing more deranged and monstrous than tearing a child from its family and leaving it to die terrified and alone. They will soon learn what it's like to feel helpless.
Hostile broadcast detected.
It's on me!
You goddamn right, it's on you, bitch. Right now, I don't know if you guys know about gaming or whatever. Right now, I have on my DPS build, which does hella damage, but has hardly any armor. So I'm very squishy. I'll die very fast.
Okay, I'll sweep the area.
Armor hostile detected.
I'll get behind you. Laying down cover fire.
See how easy I'm dying? That's why I have a revive revive. Picks me back up when shit like that happens. I need to fall back away. This is a control point, so I have to take it over. I can call for reinforcements, which is just allies inside the game. They usually come to help out. Alright, so we're going to move to the inside. And I can tell
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I think I saw a warhound, which is pretty much a mechanical dog with a gun on top of it. I thought I saw oh, shit. He thought. I'm going to toss out another seeker mine. Drain their life a little bit so they're easier to kill. Not that I need it, but you see how much damage I'm doing, and I play on hard. I'm playing this on hard. Usually I play on heroic, which is way more difficult. I'd probably be dead by now if I was playing on heroic. I need to get a little closer. Can't see shit.
Medical assistance needed. Heavily armored. hostile detected.
Now their leader is coming. My seeker mine is ready again, so I'm just gonna send that out. I can't see where these guys are. These are my allies, the guys with the green above their heads. Those are my allies. This is loot, but it's trash because I'm playing on hard instead of heroic. Which I normally, like I said, I normally play on heroic. Because my build
Got you covered right here. Break it down.
You thought, nigga? Fucking thought. This gun isn't as stable as I want it to be, which is why I need to farm. I need to farm for some more people. Some more gear.
Supply room access unlocked.
I need a better mod for this gun to make it more stable. Or I need to pick up a gun with better rolls on it. I don't know if you guys understand these terms, but if you don't, then you're just not a gamer. But still, some people said that me playing video games is entertaining to them. They want to see more. So that's the purpose for this video. Just so you guys can get a feel for my playing style. That was a clean headshot. I love headshots. Headshots are the way to go. Alright, I still see some red down there. On that map, you see that red block? That means there's an enemy out there.
Let's do this.
Requesting backup.
So we gonna find this motherfucker and teach him what's what. Thought they were back there. Are you?
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Okay, that's a little further out than I wanted to go. I wanted to focus just on this control point because it's a part of the Manhunt mission that I have to do. So it's clear. And in that case, what are they shooting at? Bro, what are they shooting at?
Got no shots from here.
They see, there it is. Okay, I see it. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys my specialized weapon, which is a sniper rifle. I got 4 bullets left, so where's that guy? I saw him out there, purple. I know y'all saw him too. I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy enough to have seen him and have him not be out there. I definitely saw him. Maybe he got spooked and ran. I don't know. I was gonna show y'all how dope my sniper rifle is, but we'll save it. They seem to be calm now. So whenever I take over a control point, there is a supply room that has loot in it that I can pick up. So there's stuff in here, there's stuff in here, stuff in here. This is what we all come here for, is this box. See, these are gear mods that I put on my gear to kind of enhance them. So if I was using my skill build, for example, I would probably still not use this because I have one that's better. But this one gives me an 8.9% additional skill haste, which means my skills, which is the seeker mine that I used earlier, don't take as long to cool down before I can use it again. I hope that makes sense. I'm hoping that if you guys are watching this, you have some idea of how gaming works, especially with shooter games. So all of this is garbage. I can't use any of this. Everything I have is way better than that. So I'm just going to deconstruct it and take the parts. And then I'm going to give him
We're doing great.
some resources here. All this red, these are enemies. This is a propaganda broadcast. These are public executions. I gotta run past all of this to get where I'm going. I'm not gonna stop and fight them unless I absolutely have to. So, you see once I take it over, it turns green. It's now considered a friendly control point, and we've got a resource convoy that's coming back to this control point, which basically means a few agents went out, got some resources. I don't know what it is, but it could be components, it could be water, it could be food, but they're bringing it back to the control point. So that's what you want, is you want your control points to be green. You don't want any red on your map. But when you take something over like this control point right here, there's always a chance that the enemy is going to come back and try to take it again. Usually they succeed, so it'll turn red again. So that's what keeps the game fresh, you know? So right now I'm doing my manhunt mission, which is this. As you can see, I've eliminated 3 of them. Titan is the one we're eliminating now. If you look at the left side of my screen, you'll see the West Potomac Park. That's the area that I'm in now. So I've already taken over 2 of the 3 control points that I need to take over in order to clear out this area. This last one that I do is gonna finish that, and then I have to do the Pentagon mission, which is at the bottom left of the screen. So we're gonna take over this control point, and then I'm gonna do the Pentagon. And the reason why I'm playing on hard instead of heroic is because I'm by myself. Usually I run these with a friend of mine. He's not on right now, but if he was, we would play on heroic because his build is stronger than mine. So, but when I'm running by myself, I play on hard, sometimes challenging, but I definitely don't usually play heroic by myself unless I have backup or someone to play with me. I do want to give you guys a quick look at my gear, the build that I'm currently wearing. So my specialized or my signature weapon is the TAC-50C rifle. It is a sniper rifle. It deals 2.1 million in damage per round. My primary weapon is the classic M1A. It's just a regular high-end rifle. It deals 411.7 thousand in damage. As you can see, I got all God rolls on this weapon. A God roll is a roll that is maxed out. So rifle damage, crit hit damage, optimal range are all maxed out, which means it is a God rolled weapon. That's my primary weapon, and it's just a standard rifle. I'm gonna equip it and shoot it real quick just so you guys can see. That's the one that has the scope on it. You saw me use it earlier. It's just a regular rifle. My secondary weapon is an assault rifle, which is a little bit more of a rapid fire. That's the one you saw me using earlier. Deals 124.4 thousand in damage at 600 RPMs, which is pretty fast. I've got 2 God rolls and 1, not quite, but almost God roll crit hit chance. Ideally, I want crit hit damage, crit hit chance for this build because it's a DPS build, which is damage. So what I want to do is deal as much damage as I can, as quickly as I can, to eliminate the enemy. So this one is not quite where I want it to be. I need one with God rolls on it. Now, I could roll, instead of that health damage, I could roll crit hit damage on there. I just haven't decided to do that yet. But this is my secondary weapon. You saw me use it earlier. I'll use it again right now. As you can see, it's not as stable as I want it to be. As you can see, it doesn't shoot in a straight line. See this down here, the accuracy and the stability? It could use a little bit more stability, but I don't have a mod yet for that. But if you look at the talent, it's strained, which means I gain an additional 10% crit hit damage for every 0.5 seconds that I'm firing, and it stacks up to 5 times. So for every 0.5 seconds that I'm using this gun, I get an additional 10% crit hit damage, which stacks up to 50% for every for as long as I'm firing this gun, which does help with my damage in general. My mask, as you can see, is pretty much the same crit hit damage. It's got crit hit chance, and I rolled crit hit damage on there as a mod as well. I do need better pieces, which is what farming is for. I'm not going to do it right now because farming is not something you do alone. Farming is something you generally do in a group of 4, maybe 2, but usually 4, so you can get really, really good loot. The harder the level you play on, the better the loot that you pick up. So I could pick up a better mask, but I would have to go to a mission that where Sokolov Concern, which is the brand set that I'm wearing, is being dropped. Now, this mask is kind of helping me, but kind of not, because it's for an SMG build. I'm not wearing an SMG build, but it is giving me a lot of crit hit damage and crit hit chance, which helps my build for now. My backpack is a Providence Defense. As you can see, I've got a God Roll crit hit chance on there, and I have crit hit damage on there twice, so that's good as well. Same thing for this, crit hit damage, crit hit chance. That's mostly what you're gonna see. This one is, my knee pads are God rolled, crit hit damage, crit hit chance. If you look at my stats, my overall crit hit chance is 55.4%. So I've got a very good chance of landing a critical hit when I'm shooting at someone. And with those critical hit chances, the damage that I deal is 183.5%. I also have a 90% headshot damage. So this is a very strong build. It's just not possible for me to play on heroic by myself yet because the enemies are harder to take down on heroic. So right now we're going to run into this control point and we're going to take it over.
At what point is death the person will lost? I'm not saying it's easy, but the true sons are willing to make those tough decisions.
See all of this? Trash. Purple is usually trash. Even here fighting with themselves. Guys, that wasn't even where I was supposed to be, so I just happened to be passing through. This is it. So I see her. I don't really see anybody else yet, but the minute I start, I know they're gonna come flooding out. So I'm gonna toss my seeker mine out there. Let it find some of them.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
My allies.
Reinforcements incoming.
come try to take it back from us. So I'll send out
Out
a
of bullets.
seeker. It's so hard to fight in the rain, bro, I'm telling you. You can barely see. Alright, you see that red bumper moved over here? That means they're gonna come from over here now.
Are they for real? Fight them up!
Heavily armored hostile position.
Alright, so you see the red bumper moved again? It's over here again. So I gotta come back over here. Perfect time to show you guys sniper rifle. Down. One shot. You saw that? One shot. And he's down. I just wanted to show you guys my sniper rifle ain't playing no games around.
Oh, we're activating the second wave. I need you in New York.
Is it as bad as they say it is?
It's worse. And it's not just a quick...
I don't usually listen to those transmissions because I don't give a shit. So the supply room is unlocked and I've eliminated the second area for Titan. The last thing I need to do is the Pentagon and the DARPA research labs, which are missions. So I'm gonna go into the supply room here and then I'm gonna make my way over there.
Supply room access unlocked.
They were sleeping down here. What the fuck? This isn't the supply room. Oh, here it is. And again, you can see the rolls on everything here is trash compared to what I have, so I knew that was going to be the case when you're playing on hard or normal or story mode. Everything you pick up is going to be garbage. Basically. Yeah, they really are sleeping down here.
Incoming backup request.
That incoming backup request you heard is another person like myself who's playing the game who might have run into an issue and needs someone to come help out. I'm in the middle of doing something right now though, so I'm not going to answer that call. But sometimes I do. Alright, the rain cleared up, so I'm going to go to my map and I'm going to pull up the Pentagon. This is where we need to go. I'm going to do the Pentagon library, so I'm going to go to the safe house. You see me back here?